My next guest is heading to Fight Island January 16th. He's going to be taking on Nick Lentz. It is Mike Grundy joining me here on the program. Mike, how's it going?
Going good, mate. Thanks for having me on.
No, of course. How was training today? It's about 8 o'clock your time. It's almost lunchtime here in beautiful Vancouver. So we're at opposite ends right now.
Yeah, it's been a tough day training. I've done some pads in the morning. I've wrestled, and then I've gone back because I live just outside of Liverpool. So I've gone back into Liverpool and I've done some more pads and grappling. So it's been a tough day. I'm tired now.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for having me on. I know you probably love to be watching some Netflix or sitting on the couch and stuff, but definitely glad we could catch up here. So you're back to Fight Island, like I mentioned. Are you happy about that, or were you hoping to fight in Vegas? Because I don't believe you fought there yet.
I've not fought in Vegas, but to be honest, I don't actually know where the fight is yet, because originally I thought it was going to be in Vegas, and then I've not heard too much about being in Vegas. It could be on the island, so we don't actually fully know just yet. Okay. When I got my contract through, he said to be decided.
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple fighters, but then a couple other fighters I spoke to said that it is going to be on Fight Island that are on your card. So we'll see. Yeah. I think all signs are pointing, especially with all the COVID cases now. I think they are probably going to go to Fight Island anyways, just because of that. I expect it
to be on the island as well, because I think obviously, is it the week after that McGregor versus Poirier may be on the island?
Yes, exactly. So there you go. Maybe you could stick around, get a ticket to see that one.
Yeah, so I expect it to be on the island. I don't mind either way, to be honest. But yeah, I would like to get my visa for America so I can get on all these pullouts in the future as well. Any pullouts, I'll take them.
Yeah, you can hop in there. That's great. Was this the right amount of time off in between fights, or were you looking to get in there a little bit sooner?
I mean, I had to, really, because I broke my jaw in my last fight. I had to have an operation on my jaw, so I had to recover from that. But I was always training, jogging, and whatever I could do. But yeah, I mean, I had to take that time off to recover from that, really.
Okay,
but yeah, enough. I'm a fighter who trains all year round and I'm fit all year round. I've just not had a chance to utilise that, where I can jump in on these late pullouts, really, because just due to little injuries and stuff.
How long did that keep you out for in terms of the injury? When were you able to actually get back to training full time?
Back to full grappling, sparring. They gave me 12 weeks. They made me not do any contact at all for. So there's no, well, it's probably a bit longer, that 3 months, I think it was.
Okay.
No contact.
Yeah, no, I know that's difficult too, because you're used to, like you said, you train year round. So it's like, when you're not fighting, obviously it's difficult to not be in there. I want to talk quickly about your last fight. What did you learn the most from that last outing, the fight against Voliev?
Yeah, it was a tough fight. He was a good kid, you know what I mean? I think he's going to do well in the future. I was a bit gutted he didn't actually fight on his last fight because obviously COVID. But yeah, I've gone back and I've corrected my mistakes with my coach. There was mistakes in that. There was mistakes when I was going to finish the dart choke. So yeah, I've learned some technical things, really, and I've been working hard on those mistakes, and I've definitely corrected them, and I don't think I'll be making them again.
And you got a big name opponent in this next fight here, Nick Lentz. He's a 41 fight veteran. I mean, he's been in the UFC forever. Back at featherweight now. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
It's a great match, you know. I mean, I think Lentz, obviously he's a grappler, but he obviously I don't think he uses as much as he should, to be honest. He's wrestling, but he has a wrestling background, Division 1 wrestling background, and obviously I come from a wrestling background, so those matches tend to, we could either end up cancelling each other out and just trying to knock each other out, or it could be a good technical grappling match. But I'm excited for the fight, and like you say, he's a big name. He's been in the UFC since before I even started mixed martial arts. Before I even thought about starting mixed martial arts, he was in the UFC already, and he's been in the top 10. So he's a name, and it's a name that I'm going to take, and I'm excited for it, really, and what comes after it, really.
Who are some of the bodies you've had a chance to work with in camp, helping you get ready for this fight?
We've got in Team Carbon. It's the best gym in Europe, really. We've got a lot of good guys in, amateur and professionals who's coming through. Maybe you won't fully know them yet, but they will definitely get known in the future. And, obviously we've got Darren Till, Tom Aspinall, people. So I'm around people like that. Still sometimes do the odd round with Till and that, but he's a little bit heavier than me right now, so I don't do too much with him. But yeah, we've got some great partners for this fight. I've got a guy who's just come over. He's a Division 1 wrestler, and he's come over to train with me for the last 5 weeks.
Nice. Okay, that's good.
He's a wrestler from over in America. He's a good kid.
How about the weight cut? We got the Christmas holidays coming up. You got to travel, obviously, to Fight Island. How are you navigating through that? Because I know, obviously, when you do travel a lot, it's probably a little bit tougher to cut weight.
I always do that. I mean, I'm pretty professional, to be honest. I always do my weight really good. I don't have to do no baths, no saunas when it comes to the last few days of the cut. And I've done it over Christmas before. I've fought in Japan in the past, and I fought like in January time. So last time, I was professional enough to not eat my Christmas pudding and stuff like that. So it's going to be the same this year. I don't mind. I mean, if there's a Christmas to miss here in UK, it's going to be this one because, we're on lockdown and COVID things and that. So I don't mind.
For sure. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Terry Etim is one of them. And
oh, nice. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. How's Terry doing these days?
Terry's a legend. He takes me on the pads and does all my pad work with Colin's guidance and stuff. But yeah, he's involved with the gym and he helps us all out. He's a pioneer for us. You know what I mean? We look up to him. He's one of the best fighters to ever come out of, I'd say, Europe and UK. Really, he should have, in my eyes, he should have been a champion.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I always thought that too. I thought he was such a great fighter, and unfortunately, he was just on the receiving end of one of the best knockouts of all time. So people always remember him from that, but they don't look at how good he was as a fighter. You know what I mean? Like he had a great record when he fought Barbosa.
No, he's phenomenal. He's really, he's really good everywhere. If he come back now, he'd still be really good.
Good. That's an endorsement. I like that. That's good. How do you see the fight playing out on the 16th? Obviously, you feel like you're going to win, but how do you envision the fight playing out?
Yeah, I'm always confident. I'm very confident. Even coming off a loss, I'm very confident. I'm happy that I've corrected some mistakes that I really feel I needed to do. I feel that I'm going to finish him. I feel I'm going to finish him in the fight. I don't know what round, but I feel that I'm going to tie him. I'm going to finish him.
Where do you feel like a win over Lentz puts you? Because like I mentioned, he's a pretty well-known fighter in the division, and that usually helps when it comes to the rankings and things like that, especially a finish if you get one here. Do you see sort of, your name kind of becoming more of a household name in that division?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to rank me any higher because I don't know where he's ranked just yet. Nick Lentz, I don't know if he's ranked at all or whatever, but I don't think he'll rank me any higher. But he definitely does good for my name, beating obviously a household name like Nick Lentz. So if I do call somebody out and ask for a name in the future, then I think he'll help my case really.
Okay,
especially if I get a finish and make a statement because Nick Lentz is not an easy guy to finish.
No, he's a difficult guy to take out. Last question before we let you go. What does downtime look like? Like right after this, what are you going to be doing? Are you a Netflix guy, video games? What would I find you doing when you're not in training?
In between training or after the fight?
Oh, either or. What does sort of your downtime look like?
So just chilling out with my family, really, to be honest. Especially now it's obviously coming up to Christmas. I've got a little 4-year-old.
Oh, nice.
And I've got a 15-year-old who's fighting as well. He followed my footsteps. And I've got a little boy on the way. As soon as I finish fighting, I've got a little boy who's due the end of January. So I'm a busy dad right now.
Awesome.
But I chill out with my family and make sure everything's ready for the baby coming.
Good for you. Well, congratulations on that. I had no idea. That's really cool, and obviously some big news. And this is a big fight, January 16th, UFC Fight Night. Mike, thanks for doing this, man. It was great talking to you. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours. So
yeah, obviously I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just follow me on any of them. And sponsors that I always like to thank is Qualitech, Danny Casey, because he's the guy who's been there since before I even had anything, really, from 17-year-old through my wrestling career. So he sponsored me a lot and kept me going. That's the guy who really want to shine some light on. Danny Casey, he's the guy.
Cool.
For sponsorship. Obviously, my coach and my teammates, they're always guys who are there through and through.